Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I am here at Sarah's yard, and this is where we decided to kind of do the Three Sisters method with a little bit of a twist. So what I did earlier in the season is I started corn at home in trays, and then she also has 3 goats here, so you're hearing them in the background. And so then I transplanted them here, and I had them in a row of 3. In between that, I planted 2 heirloom beans. So one is a mother's something, and then the 1500-year-old cave bean. So I did those around the outside of the row of 3. Then what we did is in the middle of the rows of 3, so you've got your rows of 3s, so in between the corn, in the middle, we did collard greens for her chickens, because she also has chickens and turkeys and runner ducks here. It's like a petting zoo. It's awesome. And so we did that in the middle, and we've been harvesting. So every time I've been here, I've like thrown them over the fence. The chickens go nuts over them. But today, I wanted to kind of see what's going on here, because it's been a few weeks since I came. And I wanted to show you what the progress is and see how my experiment went. Oh, I forgot one thing. So around the entire perimeter, the outside perimeter of this entire bed, we also did, I also did onion starts. The onion starts was just horrible. They were tiny, not even worth preserving. They didn't get much bigger than their tiny little bulb starts. And so I pitched them. I composted them so they can go back to make great soil for Sarah. And with saying that, I will never do that again. This garden looks fantastic. So I'm gonna take you on a quick tour of her garden. I don't know where she's planted absolutely everything, but I have a general idea of kind of what's where. And then we're gonna go check out to see what on earth these beans are doing, because most of the corn has flopped over. And I do see some flowers still going, so I'm wanting to have these beans as dried out. But before we get into this bed, let's go on a quick tour. This is where you enter, and there is a gate in case the turkeys or the ducks or the goats, basically any of these animals, get out. And right when you first come in, this is her beautiful zinnias. They're absolutely gorgeous. I tried planting zinnias and I had no luck. And then here, look how huge. So I'm almost 6 foot, and I come to about here on this sunflower, and it just keeps going and going. And it's literally like one of those like sun or the shower heads that goes above you, except it's like another 6 feet above me. They're huge. They are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, and then here is where the bed, I'm gonna just try and get around these guys. And here is where the bed of our experiment went. So you can still see there's quite a bit of beans going. And then over here, we've got just tons and tons of marigold. I don't know if she planted anything, but I know that she did have some volunteer squashes in this bed. And that looks like that's a spaghetti squash. But just a beautiful, beautiful bed of marigolds. And there is next door a plot of land that people live there, but they also rent it out to 2 organic farmers. They're not certified organic, but they do no dig and they follow organic practices. And there's also a 3rd farmer there that is a bee farmer. So when I say they love this place, they love this place. And this is where we harvested a cabbage a few weeks ago. And I don't know what brassica that is, but that was also in either this bed. I think it was in this. Yes, it was in this bed where we had that cabbage. So just beautiful marigolds just everywhere. And then here she's got some onions. This is where she had her cucumber, and she struggled a lot with cucumbers from the beginning, and everyone did in this area because it was so cold for such a long time. Spring was like never ending. So she's got some cucumbers going here. Her nasturtium is just wild. It's beautiful, and it's all a tangly spaghetti mess. beautiful. She's got some more nasturtiums at the end of this row on both sides. And here she's got some carrots, and it looks like she tried pulling carrots and they just wouldn't come out, which is okay. You can just take a pitchfork to them. And she's got some monster tomatoes. Oh my gosh. For this being her first garden, these are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful gardens. Look at all these carrots. Oh my gosh. There's tons of carrots. And then a tomato coming to color. And then some more flowers. This is bolted. I don't know what that is. I can't recognize it. But regardless, the bees will love it. Some more giant marigolds. Oh, this is the Mexican marigold. So in my yard, you can't really tell what it looks like, but this is that Mexican marigold heirloom variety that I have growing. And then some more nasturtiums. Now we've got some herbs. What is this? Oh, summertime. Oh, she had peanuts here too. I don't know if that's a peanut. I don't recognize it, but oh, look at the color on these. Just absolutely gorgeous. And then over here, I can't remember, I gave her a bunch of tomato plants. I can't remember which ones that I gave her, but that one's another beautiful one. This one looks like a Berry's Crazy Cherry. I think I gave her a bunch of those too. So what Sarah's done actually here, as I walk into a spiderweb, is she has T-posts here and here, and then she's got a heavy duty lined wire up along the top, basically going from one T-post to the next, and they're maybe 5 to 6, maybe like 6 feet apart. And so she just put the wire in through the top slot. So we ran string for each tomato. And what we did was we started it down in the ground. She dug a hole first. Then I grabbed the twine and I made a loop with a knot at it. And then we put it down at the very bottom. Then she took the plant and put it on top of there and then covered it with soil. And I was still holding onto the twine. And then what we did was we literally just came all the way up to here and tied it off. Hey kiddo. And then we just tied it up at the top here, and we did it quite loosely just in case it was too heavy and we needed to loosen it up. I didn't want to have no string left over, so that's why every single one of these has a little bit of a loop at the top just in case. So, and it looks like she's got some extra wire up top for some of them. So they are looking absolutely gorgeous. There's some basil at the bottom, and that's calendula. That's gone to seed. And here is our huge spaghetti patch. It is gigantic. The amount of patapans and zucchinis that Sarah has been getting at this area, I have been incredibly jealous. There are so many awesome things growing in this garden. It is unbelievable. She's had so much. She's had such a hard time keeping up with it. There's a beautiful yellow zucchini ready to be harvested. There's a little cute patapan. There's like 2 more over there. Oh my gosh, these things are like up to my waist. They're so huge and healthy. There's really no powdery mildew or anything on this. It's awesome. There's another beautiful squash right there. Another yellow one there. It looks like she's got some Jack B. Littles in here too. Let's see. Oh, that one's gotten bad, but this one is gorgeous. And there's still quite a few flowers. Are you a boy? Yeah. Male flowers, but that's okay. There's another one right in there. And these are her raspberries that she's trying to grow. And she's got some hascaps in here as well. And they're just, oh, look at this. That looks like it's gonna be a butternut squash. I wonder if she has any. Oh, there's one. There's one right here. There's a butternut squash. Oh my goodness. Oh, I gotta show you this massive pumpkin I just laid my eyes on. Hang on. It is gorgeous. So I'm taking you to the biggest pumpkin I've ever seen. I am so incredibly proud of her. I literally, all I know from vegetable gardening is what I learned on YouTube and read through books. So I've been helping Sarah. Sarah's trying to research stuff on how to grow things, and I gotta show you this. It is awesome. Look at the size. I'm getting caught in the fence. It is huge. The height of this thing literally comes up to my knees almost. Wow, that is awesome. That's it for the garden tour. Let's check out those beans. This is the corn bed. So we've harvested all the corn already, divvied it up between Sarah and myself. And this is where we have just the beans. So they're still growing quite a bit. It did get really cold yesterday. It got down to 6. And I'm kind of hoping that I've got something maybe near the bottom that's ready to be harvested because I've got some pods at my house that are just starting to dry out, and these were planted directly way before any of mine at my house were. So I actually thought these were further along than they are, and they're not, and that's okay. However, I think I'm gonna have to do some digging. I don't see anything. See, I see a whole lot of dried leaves from the corn. Oh, thanks, kiddo. Okay, put it by the tomato. So there's that one over here. I don't actually think any of these are dried. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, these are all still growing. There's still lots and lots of flowers. Holy moly. Yeah, I need these to dry more. Huh. There's some right there. And I only planted those 2 varieties, so bunch of flowers there. Yeah, I've got nothing to harvest yet. Alrighty, well, guess there's nothing to do. I've never done this before. So it's quite interesting to see that they're still like in full bloom. And they're knocking over the corn. It's dried, so I'm just gonna kind of loop that around there. So we still gotta wait quite a bit for beans. And you can still see that, oh gosh, the beans are going up the sunflower. I'm just gonna, oh no, I broke it. Oh man, I wanted to actually loop that up over the corn. Ah, nuts. All right, well, I was gonna show you that there is still some collard greens in between here. I'm gonna go pick those just so there's a little bit more airflow, and we'll give those to the chickens because I know they'll love them. And there's so many bug holes in them that if there's any bugs there, they'll have a bonus snack to pick from. All right, we don't have any beans, but let's go feed some chickens. That's it for the garden tour and the beans that we're not harvesting because they're nowhere near done. I'm gonna give it like another, I think like another 3 weeks. They're like nowhere near being ready. They're still green. The pods are getting plumper, but they're not quite there yet. So with that being said, I'm coming home with an empty bowl. But Sarah gets her sweater back and I get to see her garden, and at the end of the day, it was an awesome visit. And until the next episode with you guys, I hope you're having a wonderful time in your garden or just hanging out and watching my channel. Thank you for the 42 subscribers that are with us. I really appreciate every one of you guys that get to hang out with me when I come out with these videos. So until next time,